Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Our topic is 18th century, which is also called Age of Reason, Passion and Enlightenment. We see some characteristics of the age. 18th century was marked by two main impulses, passion and reason. This time is also called the Age of Reason or Enlightenment. Characteristics of this period included observing human nature and nature itself, which were considered unchanging and constant. Literature during this period was often considered a tool for the advancement of knowledge. Writers were often found observing nature in their attempts to express their beliefs. Human nature was considered as constant, that observation and reason could be applied for the advancement of knowledge. This age is also known as New Classical Period. Writers of the time placed great emphasis on the original writings produced by classical, Greek, and Roman literature. There was a use of rhyming in prose with its satirical form. The Augustans deemed classical literature as natural, that these works were the idealized models for writing. The new classical ideals of order, logic, restraint, accuracy, correctness, and decorum would enable the practitioners of various arts to imitate or reproduce the structures or themes of Greek or Roman originals. Satire was the most popular literary tool that was utilized by the writers of the time. Satire means use of humor, irony, or exaggeration to expose and criticize people's stupidity or vices. With the help of satire, the writers were better able to educate the public through literature. Its function was to acknowledge a problem in society and attempt to reform the problem in a comical manner while still educating the public. Its effectiveness can be seen in literary pieces by Jonathan Swift. Playwrights of the time were also known to incorporate satire in their plays. They tried to expose social injustice by the use of satire. Satire was a highly successful literary tool that worked to promote social awareness through literature. Now I am going to tell you about Jonathan Swift. He was an Anglo Irish poet, political writer, prose satirist, and clergyman. Swift is ranked as the foremost prose satirist in English language and as one of the greatest satirists in world literature. He is called the greatest writer of prose by many critics. T.S. Eliot says, Swift, the greatest writer of English prose and the greatest man who had ever written great English prose. But there are reasons for this greatness. One of the reasons is that Swift wrote in a very plain and downright style. He did not use any embellishments. At times, when Swift was writing serious stuff, this same plain style appears dry, but when writing humorously, his plainness gives his wit a singular edge. He did not use ornate or rhetorical language. He said what he had to say. A critic says his style is of the plain and simple kind, free of all affectation and all superfluity, perspicuous, manly, and pure. He is regarded by the Encyclopedia Britannica as the foremost prose satirist. Jonathan Swift's style was not showy and pompous, like his ancestors. He replaced it with lucidity and terseness. Swift can easily and instantly find words which may convey the exact narration to his readers without the hassle of opening reference books. His pointy sentences hit right on the minds of his readers. Jonathan Swift gave the style its definition: proper words in proper place, and his prose is no exception from his definition standpoint. Swift's selection of words is highly governed by a particular incident so that the sentence may create the exact imprint which that particular situation demands. It means he chooses words according to the situation. At times, he knowingly ignores grammar to convey his message correctly and precisely. Swift's style fits to the tenets of a good prose. The tenets or principles of good prose are regularity, precision, and balance. Swift's style is a tale for kids and food of thought for adults. His Gulliver's Travel is a tale of adventures in different remote islands for the children. It also serves as caricaturing of humanistic follies and issues of that particular age to the young minds. Swift's prose style lacks imagination and emotion. This is a critical opinion because the age of Swift was governed by reason, not by emotion. These are some of the characteristics of Swift's style. You have to write a comprehensive note on Swift's writing style. Questions: what are the characteristics of 18th century? Question number 2. Write a note on Swift's writing style, which I have just told you. Dear students, if you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. Thank you so much.